days to come and carry us like wind in our sails.
Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. This poor camera has been through so much, and now the lens is just exposed all the time. I keep thinking that's smoke, so I just went on my stories on Instagram and saw that fan, and I thought it was smoke in the background. So Bear ended up in our bed last night. We're not like, it's okay for the kids to sleep in our bed. We're not that kind of family. We never really have been. Everybody kind of sleeps in their own bed. Everybody has their own sleep environment. And it happens though sometimes, as things do with small children. But Bear ended up in our bed last night. Sometimes Eloise is in our bed. It's never Lyndle. I don't know if it's just that she sleeps so hard. She really values her sleep. So I don't know, she probably just sleeps through the night, and I don't know. But Eloise almost every night will try, and then occasionally we'll let her. And then Bear, last night, he tries like maybe once a month. And so last night I'm like, let's just let him sleep with us. And now I understand why we don't do this. Like, we do not get good sleep when we're sleeping with small children. It just doesn't happen. I do kind of like wish, I'm gonna set you down so I can put these chairs down. I always put the chairs up. Actually, I'm gonna wait a second because for some reason our robot vacuum just started going. What was I saying? Oh, I sometimes wish that we were like the people that had kids sleeping in our bed every night, but then I quickly understand why. That's just not, especially with 5 of them, it just wouldn't be fair, like, to have one. I mean, maybe on special occasions we can, but anyway, yeah, our robot vacuum is so good. We've kind of graduated through robot vacuums. It's like every couple of years they come out with a new technology that elevates the performance of the robot vacuum. And for a mom who has babies crawling on the floor, the one that we have is awesome. And this is not a sponsored post, it's just they've really thought of everything. So it has mops on it that, see those on the back? When it goes on the rug, the mops lift up and it like vacuums really well. And then when it's on the hard floor, it knows it, and the mops drop back down and mop. And every 10 minutes of mopping, it goes back to the base and self-cleans the mops. So it's really cool. And then every couple of days, you have to dump out like the gross water and refill the fresh water tank. It's legit. It's awesome. So, what else is new? I've got a plant light because some of my plants are struggling. This is exactly, I was worried about this exact scenario when we moved. Like right before we moved, I had kind of a breakdown where I was just kind of overwhelmed about moving in general, and specifically though, I don't think it was really about this. I think it was just like the realization of Carrie not like being in an everyday part of our lives anymore. But I was like, what if my plants have only been surviving because Carrie's been here, like making sure that they're surviving? Which is a valid question. And a few of them I think are a little upset about the move, or I was right and like she really was the glue that was keeping this family together. But anyway, I'm trying some grow lights, and we just had such great sun in that one room at the villa that it's hard to replicate that in any of these windows, just the angle of the sun. Actually, it's cloudy today, but this room in the morning is really great. So I had Brad hang a hook here and a hook right there, and I'm gonna probably hang something in front of those windows, but it definitely needs more plants out here because these windows are phenomenal in the morning. As if you guys care. Allie. Woo! Go Allie. Go Allie.
never good. Not the door ajar warning, but the
Daddy,
check
can you close the
engine
door?
light. Oh man, you can't reach it. Okay.
He's in it.
So we decided to go ahead and turn lemons into lemonade. Just dropped my car off at the service department at the worst possible time that there was today to drop off your car.
Yeah.
It's actually lightened up quite a bit.
It's the time that it rains every day.
Hey Bear, is my phone still in my car? It is, isn't it?
Why would Bear know that?
Because he dropped it on the floor.
Oh, guess we're going back.
Car.
You're gonna need that.
Why is he gonna
So this is because of your check engine light and also a recall?
Correct.
Sweet. You guys are now up to speed on our vehicle situation. If you're wondering how my vehicle's doing, it's great. It just smells like sour milk.
I was just gonna say, it smells, actually it kind of smells like a locker room in here.
It smells horrible. It smelled like this. It smells like a turd. It smelled like this before we moved down here, and I shampooed all the carpet.
This guy's probably like, is he following me?
Yeah, I shampooed all the carpet. It didn't really help. I think someone spilled a full, like a ice cream.
Yeah, that would make sense. That's kind of, that's what it smells.
Yeah, like old ice cream. This is weird. This feels awkward.
There's a pancake.
I'm gonna film you.
Pancake.
He's like, what are you
you
doing? I'm sure it happens all the time. Exciting news. One of my friends, and I use that term kind of loosely because she and I have never met, but
Stinks in here.
we have so much in common. Her husband is a submariner. They're stationed here,
Is
the
it
same
okay?
duty station we are. And she's homeschooling her kids, or has always. Her kids are a little bit older. Well, her older kids are a little bit older. And then she just had baby number 6. Her name is Sina Nelson, and she's on Instagram. She's also like a photographer. Very talented. Like, her page is beautiful. It's what I aspire my page to look like, but it'll never look like that. She like only dresses her kids in neutrals. Her house is beautiful, just very serene and tight. Yeah, just the opposite of us. We're like a hot mess, chaos express. I imagine like classical music playing inside her home.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, she wrote a children's book about deployment, and it's good. It's heart-wrenching. I'm like tearing up by the 3rd page when I read it. And
It's fun to
then
read.
again at the end, it is fun to read.
It's fun to read.
It's a good book, and the illustrations are beautiful. And so today is her publishing day of the book. If there are still copies out there, like we're gonna link it in the description box below. If there are still copies out there, it's a great book for, it doesn't have to be military kids. Like any kids could benefit from learning about what it's like to be in a military family as a kid, or as a spouse, or as the military service member. And then it also has a QR code on the back that you can scan, and it's a free 30-page printout unit study for homeschool. I mean, again, you don't have to be like a homeschooler to benefit from a unit study. Like, you can do unit studies with your kids whenever you want, and it's about the branches of the military. So check that out, and it will be linked in the description box below.